you very much. Please take a seat.
Today marked a momentous occasion for Lagos State as we proudly announced the signing of the landmark joint venture agreement between the Lagos State government through Ibile Holdings, which is an investment arm of Lagos State government, and CIG Motors Company Limited. This strategic partnership, we see the acquisition of 5,000 new vehicles for the Lagride project. Of course, you remember Lagride was launched 2 years ago with 1,000 vehicles. Now, we're expanding the scope and we're expanding the feasibility of Lagride. The fleet will consist of 5,000 like I said, which will be divided into 2 phases. But it's very, very important to let you know that out of these 5,000, there is 1,000 electric vehicles, the EVs. This initiative will greatly enhance our smart mobility and e-hailing services, aligning with the team's agenda of the present administration to create a safer, cleaner, and technologically advanced transportation system. With a significant investment of over $260 million by CIG Group over the next 3 years. This partnership underscores the commitment to developing an international standard and environmentally sustainable smart mobility solution for Lagos. One of the key beneficiaries of this partnership is the significant contribution of the reduction of greenhouse gas emission through the introduction of the electric vehicles. This move not only promotes environmental sustainability, but also positions Lagos as a leader in green transportation initiative. Lagos State is the only state in the Federation presently that's going to have such a large number of vehicles. I repeat, 1,000 EVs.
The Honorable Commissioner for Transportation in Lagos State, Mr. Shiemi, to say one or two things about this gold ceremony. Please put your hands together for Mr. Shiemi.
Good morning, everyone. I warmly welcome the Governor of Lagos State, Mr. Davido, Deputy Governor, Dr. Kadri Menta, colleagues and our stakeholders in the transport sector who have gathered here today to witness the official signing of the new Lagride, the Lagos e-mobility joint venture between Lagos State Government through the Ibile Holdings Limited and CIG Motors Company Limited. I must say this partnership is timely in that its output from Speed Partnership addresses a number of issues in the Lagos State transport policy that was launched recently. The objective of this policy is to create a transport system that is integrated, accessible, safe, reliable, cost-effective, comfortable, effective, and at the same time, ecologically friendly. Also to be multimodal and seamless in nature, improve network connectivity, and sufficient enough to meet needs. To be reliable speaks to the fact that users can be assured of timely operation and completion of journeys as specified or advertised. We know that the population of Lagos State is growing at an astronomical rate, hence the need to meet the traffic demand of the populace whilst taking comfort and accessibility for all into consideration. The Lagos State government has invested a lot in the transport sector of late. The launch of Lagride in 2022, the launch of the first and last mile buses, the LRMT Blue and Red Line, the acquisition of 25 new ferries and water operations, all in the bid to provide a multimodal transport system in the state. However, there is a need to expand the offering of smart mobility services in Lagos to meet the increasing demand for decent, digitally equipped, and environmental sustainable transportation solutions that deliver improved transit experience in Lagos. Hence, to support Lagos State efforts in actualizing a safer, cleaner, faster and digitally equipped transportation system under the theme's agenda, and also in an endeavor of the Lagos State government to move from being an operator to being a regulator. IPIDE and CIG are collaborating resources and expertise to increase the offering of smart mobility and e-hailing solutions in Lagos State. IPIDE and CIG, further to the experience in rolling out Lagos State e-hailing investment Lagride, have identified the need to increase the fleet of vehicles. The JV will commence with an initial asset base of 5,000 vehicles, including the historic 1,000 electric vehicles. The JV will also absorb the existing 1,000 vehicle fleet of Lagos Ride Limited Lagride, thereby increasing Lagride's fleet to 6,000, which will meet the increasing demand and fulfillment ratio of customers, improve the technology and fintech support solutions while transforming the service offering to an international standard.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, Your Excellency, Mr. Governor, and the Deputy Governor, and all the honorable ESCO members, and also our His Excellency, the Consul General of China, ECN, and friend of press, media, and our distinguished guests in Vice Secretary Locals. I'm Chief Diana Chen. The people know me as a chief. Why are you laughing? You say Chinese, and you don't believe this is a Nigerian chief? I'm here for 10 years, so you should recognize me now. I'm the only Chinese chief. So today, I'm very excited and I also feel honored to develop our really driving force PPP partnership with Lagos State Government. And today it is another great moment for us to reflect where's our PPP partnership start from. Let's start from maybe a little bit early before pandemic, but we deliver all the partnership projects during the pandemic. Mr. Governor, you must commend me. You received citizenship. You must give me the honor so that every time when I pass by the immigration, they will not stop me. We delivered two major projects during the pandemic. Number one, we set up the full automation assembly line for automobile in Nigeria during this pandemic. Secondly, we delivered the first Lagride. First one, 1,000 brand new car. During that 1,000 new car, the ocean freight increased from $3,000 per container to over $10,000 per container. Mr. Governor, I still continue to deliver to you. I never mentioned this one in public, but I want to mention this one today because this is also show another commitment. We, Choice International, CIG Menta, wherever all the entities in Nigeria, we still have the same belief. Wherever we speak, we promise we deliver. And no matter what kind of cost we need to pay for it, this is our word. We keep our word as our mind.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. So really today is wonderful, it's a remarkable, it's an unbelievable day, a moment, because I'm so excited to take part in today's grand signing ceremony. So at first I want to, on behalf of the Chinese Embassy in Abuja and the Chinese General Council in Lagos, to make warm congratulations. Really, I'm so excited because now I'm your friends. Ayo, Uchi, Fatima. Yeah, maybe some of your guests recognize me. I have been here 1 year. I'm so excited because here every day we can be more and more landmark of development of Lagos created by Chinese enterprises, just like deep sea port, like Lagos Math, Right Line, Goldmyne, and also International Airport or Lagos Ibadan Railway, and so on. So because we have so many excellent enterprises, and the best representative of them is Diana and her CIG Motors. Yeah, really, I think that this agreement, this project is very important because it can extremely improve the transportation of Lagos, the sustainable development of Lagos, especially to improve the livelihood of local people. We just want to show you that China is really the real friend, the best partner of Africa, of Nigeria, of Lagos, because we want, together with you, go ahead. We want, together with our friend in Lagos, to have a better future, to have a common perspective. So, recently here, I received so many Chinese delegation of local officials of very famous Chinese company. All of them told me that they recognize Lagos is the best market for investment. Yeah, we should proud of it.
Mr. Babajide Olushola Sanwo-Olu to make his keynote remark. Please put your hands together for this event.
Thank you. Please sit there. Mr. Deputy Governor of Davido of the Chinese Consulate, Lagos, Consul General, Ambassador Goldmyne, the Ambassador of Cape Verde to Nigeria, Ambassador John James Sanga, members of the State Executive Council that are here, especially members from the transport sector, body of permanent secretary, the managing director of Lagride Holding and other heads of government agencies and parastatals that are here, the managing director, chairman of CIG Motors, Chief Diana Chen, other management staff of this organization, the captains of industries that are here, several of you, board members of LBIC that are here, other management staff of Lagride Holdings, our partners and friends from, I forgot to acknowledge the brigade commander of the 9th Brigade. Thank you very much, Brigadier General Tuga. Thank you very much for coming in. Gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen, I feel truly honored this morning, quite frankly, and I was actually just asking Anna how the relationship had evolved and how it had started. And it's important for us to use occasions like this to tell our people and other businesses that to cement a relationship, a mutually beneficial, forward-looking relationship, it needs not only the nurture, it needs commitment on both sides, it needs sincerity, it needs a sense of purpose, but it also needs doggedness. I didn't know Diana Chen from anywhere. Like she said, she came into this country over 10 years ago. And we all could see that indeed she has created a space for herself. She had built our company and our brand to a level that one will know that indeed she's a strong Amazon And not just because she's Chinese, she actually sees herself as a Nigerian. And she's truly really built something that is quite enduring. And so when we started a relationship about 4.5 years ago, and we're shopping around for good brands, least costs, efficient, durable vehicles, people didn't know that I pretty much cut her into two, to ensure that we can start a relationship with her. But she saw the future. She saw the benefit of taking a hit. She saw the benefit of ensuring that whatever it takes, that Lagos State and Lagos market is big enough for her to take those early warning days of risk, because she took a whole lot. In the journey of a business relationship, there were times in which we are always the ones in negative positions. We are always the ones that are going out, I dare say billions and billions of naira. But we're able to ensure that what the relationship is not just about sale. It's about building a future. It's about building a relationship that can endure and go beyond just selling of cars. And so what we've done over this period is that we've created partnership. And so when we said we've created partnership, today, if my numbers are not too far off, she probably would have assembled over 3,000 vehicles in this country as we speak now. So we said that if we're going to be buying, we needed to do some sort of like a backward integration where we also can put in place an assembly line. And we signed that relationship at that time. And today, we're happy that that assembly line is functioning and is working well here in the heart of Ikeja, and is employing people, is bringing about businesses, and is turning, the dream that we usually have, is turning it into a positive enterprise for us. At that time, we also showed the opportunity that our people cannot also be working and moving in rickety cars. This government promised an integrated urban mass transportation system. And when you say something is integrated, you must look at all the verticals that are available in the transportation master plan. So we said we're going to intervene in the rail infrastructure, we're going to intervene in the waterways infrastructure, we're also going to intervene in the road infrastructure. And in the road infrastructure is to start with first the high capacity buses, the medium capacity buses, the last mile buses, and eventually to go to the taxis, and single occupier buses. So we're not just getting into this thing. It was a well thought out vision, and it was something that we had said we were going to do. And we're doing it at every step and every measure of the way. So you could look at all the verticals. Our trains are working, more are coming. Our waterways are working, more are coming. We're just going to sign a big investment opportunity in the waterways. Our road infrastructure is working, from our BRT buses to our middle capacity buses to our last mile buses, and now to also the Lagride. So it is something that we're intentional. It was well thought out. So that people can understand that we're not just doing procurement. It is a transportation solution that we're bringing and we're developing, in which we want to meet all of our citizens' requirements. Not all citizens will want to travel in a 50 capacity bus. Not everybody will want to travel in a 20 capacity medium bus. Not everybody will want to travel in an 8 capacity last mile bus. Some people will just want to be them and their spouse, or them and their child, in a single taxi service that they want. And so we need to be able to also cater for that. And so you can see that it is well thought out in saying that the whole verticals of public transportation we want to be able to play in it and play very well. And so for us in the transportation sector, it was a well-imagined vision that the likes of CAG and CIG Motors are just helping us to feed into. I think the only vertical which I'm also going to announce here is that we want to go into air transportation. And for us, that will invariably encircle everything in public transportation that you can imagine, in the world. And so Lagos State is also looking at that, and we're doing extensive study. So when we say that we want to build an airport, we also want to build an airport. We want to go into that means of transportation and again, and be able to do it and do it very, very well. I just took time to explain to us, while we're doing what we're doing and how we'll be very methodical in doing that. Called the Ibile Holding. And I think I need to thank them, the current management staff, also for leading very, very quickly to their bill to use our investment vehicle, Ibile Holding, to execute what we believe will be a very successful joint venture between Ibile Holding and CIG Motors and CIG Motors Company Limited, GSC Motors, especially the brand, in the acquisition of 5,000 new vehicles in our Lagride model. We've started the first 1,000, we've seen how it is, we've provided jobs for our people, we've created an e-hailing services, but we realize that we need to retweak it, we need to provide a lot more, fleets, and we need to also push it, the brands to be more acceptable and to be able to move around in different nooks and crannies of the state. In that whole, the phase one of it will first to see a 2,000 coming, and in that 2,000 we'll be having electric vehicles. That has been a conversation, and also CNG, vehicles. These will, will begin to change, the carbon footprint that we've all been talking about as in the future of transportation, as in the future of energy transition, the future of climate change, and so we don't want to take the backseat. Lagos, by this, means that we'll be the first state, we'll be the first sub-national to be bringing a fleet of this number in both CNG vehicles and electric vehicles at one location. In other parts of the country and even other parts of West Africa and the rest of it, people are bringing 20, 30. People are still doing proof of concept and the rest of it. We want to take it whole. We want to be able to, swallow it all at peace and be able to tell to our citizens that we're serious about energy transition, we're serious about ensuring that we are not just being a reliant or a sustainable city, we're actually a city that is proactive and can live, with other big and mega cities of the world. And so you will see that this partnership is not just an e-hailing service, it's also to provide smart taxis for us to be able to do what we call carpool, for us to be able to solve logistics problems, for us to be able to solve delivery problems, and for us to also have an executive chauffeur and reliable rental services. So it's all bucket put in one service that these interventions will be solving. And like I said, not everybody will want to enter a big bus or want to enter, a train that is 3,000. Just some people might just want one person. And as a government, we need to be able to provide, for those services and also be able to tick that part of our citizens and not leave them behind. And so this strategic partnership, we believe, will enhance, our efforts of our administration to ensure that we'll continue to put a safer, a cleaner, a faster, a digitally enabled and a more reliable means of public transportation system. Very soon as well, we'll also be coming here, and I don't need to mention, to also tell you the strategy on how we're going to also enhance and improve, our public buses that we have into CNG and electric vehicle buses as well. That will also happen in another 2 to 3 weeks, and we'll also be inviting you. But the interesting thing today is that this JV, over the life of it, will also be pushing in an investment of over $200 million into the economy and GDP of Lagos, where we will be seeing improvement in operation, we'll be seeing advancement in technology, we'll be seeing a lot of research, and development, we'll be seeing extensive marketing, and we'll be seeing a city that will be living up to its bill as a city that wants to be the first that will create an international standard, environmentally sustainable, smart mobility that is deserving of the likes of Lagos. It's a relationship that we're proud of. It's a relationship that we can beat our chest that it has been mutually beneficial. And we say it with all sense of responsibility. And we see that the private sector, like what CIT is moving, they are creating that risk component, because we are not even doing more than 20-25% of the cost. They are taking a larger portion of the risk, and you can see that in the whole model, is to help them be able to de-risk, the risk component of it, and that's why we need the support of government, at interventions, like this. And for us also to be able to completely remove the bureaucracy of government, that's why we've identified with, our investment arm, which is embedded holding, to be the face and the interface. They are smart, they are nimble, they are quick to respond, and doesn't get boggled down with all of the bureaucracies of Ministry of Transport and the likes of them. So we believe that they will do a quicker and faster job with CID. Right there. So in all, it's about ensuring that we can deepen the PPP model of our economic agenda as a government. And we are open to other people. If anybody feels that it is only the one person, it's not the one person. If you bring your own initiative, this government will work with you. If you bring your own idea, this government will work with you. It's not a case of where you're coming from, it's a function of the value you bring on the table. It's not a case of what we're doing, it's a function of how true we see and we back the partnership. And so we're opening our doors and we're saying that for where CIG and GST models have started, Lagos is big enough to also be able to take others. And so if you have the initiative and you have the chest and have the ability to come forward, we're here to also receive you. Because it is a city that is thriving, it's a city that requires the best, it's a city that wants to compete with other big cities that you have worldwide. And so for me, this morning, is to thank the board and management of CIG GST Models. I have been there myself. I know what it is, to have one of the largest automobile industry in the world. And so part of the things that we're doing is to ensure that all of those technology can come back to Nigeria, can come back, to Lagos. And like she said, we are on the journey to ensure that in another 5 to 7 years, Nigeria can reach a $1 trillion GDP. And she has said it, a 1% of GDP is just about $1 billion. So nothing should stop us from creating a $1 billion public transportation model for Lagos State. It's just something that we believe is achievable and something that is doable. And that's how cities are built. That's how economics are developed. That's how businesses move from just being a mere player to becoming a bigger and better brand. It's by identifying, the risk, de-risking it, and be able to take investment forward. And so we're happy with the investment we're making today. We're happy with the decision we're making today. We believe that Lagosians will be better off for it. We believe that our citizens, they deserve it. They deserve a cleaner mode of transportation. They deserve a better means of transportation. They deserve, a more robust, means of transportation that we said is comparable with any means of transportation you have in different parts of the world. And so with this relationship, with this partnership, we're believing that in the next couple of months, we'll begin to see new fleets of brand new vehicles that will be changing the face of public transportation system in Lagos. But they're not just brand new vehicles, they are e-mobilities, they are smart mobilities, they are mobilities that speaks to our energy transition, that speaks to our climate change effort, and that speaks to the technology that is the major source of our future that we're so eager to deliver on. So distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I'm indeed excited and I'm happy that we're doing this here today. And I just want to say to you that there's still a whole lot more that you'll be seeing in a couple of weeks and months ahead of us in Lagos State. Thank you very much again for listening.